Who's Danny?
His fever's down, but Mom, he still needs bone marrow transplant.
Honey, we will find a match. Moments. We've hardly talked since last night.
I know. Sorry, I have a lot on my mind.
And I'm sure one of those things has to do with what I told you about your father.
Yeah, Mom, I want to find a donor for Danny, and I did. I thought my father would be a possibility.
I don't know what to say. Except that I'm so sorry I don't have any helpful information about him. There are so many relatives that got tested, and so many of them care about this little guy.
Right.
I know we're going to find a match.
Right? I hope that someone turns out to be a match for Danny, because clearly my father's not going to be able to be a possibility.
Did you just say your father?
Molly, Sam and I are talking about something that's just between us.
No, I already heard. You were talking about Sam's father, right? That's so weird.
Why is that weird?
Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but just last night...
Miss Morgan,
Yes?
I have results from your bone marrow screenings.
Is there a match?
We've analyzed the human leukocyte antigen markers on all the family members who tested and compared them to your son's HLA markers to see if there was a match.
Sorry I'm late.
Excuse me, I'm announcing that... Oh, yeah, good go. Right ahead.
How's Danny?
Mr. Cooper was just about to give us the results of the bone marrow donor screening.
Oh, I'm sorry. Proceed.
As I was saying, we analyzed the human leukocyte antigen marker.
Excuse me, can you please just cut to the chase?
I'm sorry. There's no match.
No one is a match.
Are you sure you've tested everyone?
Everyone except Franco. The lab just received his sample today, so it still needs to be analyzed, but the rest were negative.
So, there's still hope. So there's at least one remaining possibility left.
One, Mom, I can't believe we're pinning all of our hopes on Franco.
That can't be possible. Danny's only hope for a match can't be that psycho.
He isn't. At least he shouldn't be. What about the National Bone Marrow Registry?
No, Dr. Clay's been checking them constantly. No match yet. Oh, my poor little boy.
I really have to get back to the lab. I'll let you know the moment the Franco results come in. Maybe you'll get lucky, so to speak.
Can't let this happen. My baby. Jason's my beautiful baby.
We can't possibly run out of family members to test.
Unless there's some surviving Cassadine that we don't know about. Hoping that if we contact them, they won't concoct some ridiculous and evil plan.
Well, there is one more person, my father.
Sam, I don't know his name.
Okay, what just happened here? What are you talking about?
Last night, Sam asked me about her father, hoping that he would be a potential donor match.
Alexis, you don't have to do
No, I
this
do
right now.
have to. I wish I didn't have to explain this to my youngest, but I do.
Mom, it's okay.
No, I want you to hear it, Molly, and I want you to hear it from me. When I was 16, I made a lot of bad choices. I snuck out of boarding school. I went to a bar. I got drunk. And I had sex with a man I didn't know. All the rules that I've given you and the things that I've tried to teach you were so that you wouldn't make the same mistakes that I did.
I know.
It was foolish and it was reckless. And this man that I didn't know got me pregnant.
Mom, I'm really sorry. That must have been so awful, but who is he? Who is Sam's father?
I don't know his name.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I know this is not easy for you.
No,
to
no,
hear,
it's not
but-
that. Mom, is it possible that his name started with a J? Does the letter J trigger any memories?
Why would you ask that?
Rafe and I were talking about his father, Rafe Kovich Sr., and we tried contacting him through a Ouija board.
Did you?
Yeah, we did. we were asking him questions, and then the planchette started moving, and he told Rafe that he loved him. And then on an impulse, I asked him who Sam's father was.
Why would it even occur to you to ask that?
It came up earlier when Rafe and I were talking. Anyway, we asked Rafe Sr., and then the planchette moved to the letter J, and I swear neither of us was moving it, and it just stayed right there, right on the J.
Sam, may I speak with you?
We're kind of in the middle of a family thing right now.
Okay. I just thought you'd like to know that Franco's calling himself Jason.
What?
He had a seizure, and now he says he's Jason.
That's it. I'm gonna kill him.
Everything else, Franco thinks he's Jason.
Sam went with the doctor. They'll sort it out.
Just when you think that guy couldn't get any more twisted, he outdoes himself. And the timing is impeccable. He can't handle the chemo. He needs a bone marrow transplant. We don't have a donor. Sam is so stressed out, and I can't even help her because I can't remember her father's name.
And you're sure you don't recall a James?
Molly.
Let's just all go take a walk and let Danny sleep for a while. Okay? Come on.
Sam.
What? Sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm pacing. I'm afraid for my son's life.
Okay, I know, but he's got a great shot at a donor, so there's no reason to panic yet.
Sam, Molly's right. At the moment, no news is good news.
Yeah, at the moment, we don't know anything, Mom. That's right. No, you know what? We do know something. We know that Franco might not be able to save Danny's life. That freak is my son's only hope. I'm sorry. Look, Patrick told me himself, even though that Franco's tumor was benign, there could still be cancerous cells in his body. And that if we did the bone marrow transplant, it could wind up doing more harm than good to Danny.
But we don't know if that's...
Yes, I know, but I am tired of not knowing, Mom. I am tired of hearing just one more test, one more scan. This is my son we're talking about, and I've been waiting around all night.
Okay, and we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer until we hear from Dr. Clay. All Dr. Clay needs to find is one cancerous cell, right? One cell, and he can stop looking and break the bad news to us. But we haven't heard from him all night, which means...
Which he hasn't found any cancer cells yet. Yes, I know. I get it.
Okay, that's right. So the longer we don't hear from him, the better the chances are we'll get good news.
Honey, why don't you try to get some sleep, okay? I can watch the...
Mom, no, I cannot sleep now. I'm gonna go check on Danny. Molly. Thank you. I'm testing the markers. That's great. That's so great. Now tell me, Silas, can Franco be Danny's donor or not?
Your mother's here.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
You're not.
Like, I just wanted to be here with you when you got the word.
You're just in time. He was just gonna tell us what the findings were.
So is Franco going to be able to save Danny's life?
In time. Silas has his findings ready right now.
So is Franco going to be able to save Danny?
Come on, just be straight with me.
I'm sorry. Franco isn't an option for Danny.
I don't understand. Franco's not an option as a donor for Danny?
There are still things we can do, Sam.
No, but Franco was a match. He was a perfect match. If we put Franco's marrow into Danny, he's gonna get better,
No,
right?
Sam. No, he would most likely get worse.
Why? Because of Franco's test results?
The data indicates there are incipient cells in Franco. Cells themselves may or may not be cancerous, but either way it rules Franco out as a donor. Putting his bone marrow into Danny is just way too dangerous. We have to find another way.
Honey. All right, Franco's out. What do we do now?
Now I keep Danny stable, and you surround him with love. Meanwhile, the search for a bone marrow donor resumes. This is Danny's best chance at beating this.
But where are we gonna find another donor? We've already tested everyone in the family that we know of.
We have to expand the parameters of our search.
I've given that some thought. You and I can brainstorm.
In the meantime, I will double-check the samples given by the other family members, make sure the lab didn't make a mistake, and overlook an alternate match.
What are the odds?
Not good. But I'm not gonna leave Danny's life to chance, and I know you won't either.
I'm gonna find a new strategy for a donor for Danny. In the meantime, I'm gonna get you some coffee.
No, I don't want any.
Honey, you've got to eat something.
I'm
at
not
least.
hungry, Mom.
Starving yourself is not going to.
Yeah, well, nothing I'm doing is helping, obviously.
Well, that's just not true.
My son has been through one trauma after another since he's gotten back, and I was supposed to keep him safe and healthy, and he just keeps getting sicker and sicker.
You have done everything. That
Everything.
You can do to
What
help
I've
your son.
done, nothing is working. I am failing
That
my
is
son.
not true. You want to blame a failed parent? Blame me. I'm the one who failed, all right? When your grandfather took you away, I should have fought harder.
No,
to
don't
keep
say that. You were
My
only
point-
16.
Shh. My point is that you are a wonderful mother. And you have never stopped fighting for your son. And the whole town thought he was dead. You never gave up, which is why I'm not going to let you give up right now. You want to take a moment to feel hopeless? Take it. But that's all you get, all right? Because after that moment, we get back to the business of trying to save your little boy's life. Because I'll be damned if I let anything happen to him again.
Me too.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Now listen.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't find a donor match in the family or the National Registry does not mean one doesn't exist.
Yeah, but it's kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack.
It's the only option we have.
Not if you tell me who my father is.
I know your father is a potential donor.
Hey.
I don't
No,
know.
no, 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 no.
I don't know where
You
it
just
is.
said yourself that there is a marrow match out there
Which
somewhere.
is why I'm not going to stop looking.
Okay, so you are going to help me look for my father.
Do you have any idea how I saw
Okay, I don't know. I mean, all we have to go on is Molly's seance. Are you sure you don't know anyone that begins with the letter J? Oh, it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm grasping at straws here.
Well, I'm willing to humor the spirits. In the meantime, I'm gonna hire a private investigator to start the search. And while we're doing that, we gotta focus on Rafe's suggestion.
Okay, so that means we use online
We
registries.
get the word out. We start a donor drive everywhere in Port Charles,
And-
upstate, and beyond.
Okay, and hopefully we'll find a lead.
Not hopefully, we will. We'll do it. There is a donor out there for Danny. Somewhere.
I'm sorry for losing it like that. It's not gonna happen again.
No apology needed. Now, we're gonna get down to the business of finding Danny's donor, whoever it is. We might as well start by calling up names in the phone book.
Oh, we could start with the letter J.
Hello, Ava.
Hello.